How to build a villager breeder. These are the resources you will need for this villager breeder. Okay guys, so before you get started on this farm, I forgot to say, but you will need to build this at least 150 blocks away from any other villagers or villager workstations. Okay guys, so the first step to this villager breeder is to place 5 blocks going upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place 5 glass going upwards right next to this pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place 1 block right next to this glass pillar and then 4 more glass blocks on top of that block. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay guys, so then what you will need to do is place a dispenser right here, kind of 1 block diagonally backwards from this, if that makes sense, just like this. And then what you will need to do is place a button on the right side of this dispenser, then have a power rail going out from the dispenser, and then in one of the ways just have a rail line. And then you can open this dispenser and fill it in with minecarts. This dispenser is basically how we will be getting the villagers out of the breeder whenever they grow up. Then on top of this dispenser, place 4 blocks going upwards, or 4 glass blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, you do not need to use glass for any of these. You can use full on normal blocks, but I like to use glass because you can see into the farm and make sure that the villagers are grown up and doing all right. Okay guys, after you build this, you need to go right next to the dispenser and the other glass you placed and build 5 more glass going upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then head down here, go 1 more forward and place 5 blocks going upwards, or glass blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do this once more going back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then right next to the first pillar block we built, place just, 10 glass blocks upwards. So 2 5 glass block rows, just like this. So inside this little room, we should have a 2 by 2 block area. Okay guys, so then to the opposite side of this dispenser system, then look 3 glass blocks going downwards in the corner right here and place a block. So 1, 2, 3, then place a block right here. Then what you can do is place 2 trap doors on the top side of this block and then activate them. Okay guys, then what you will need to do is right under this block place a water source, so the water should flow into this corner. Then what you can do is place 2 composters or some type of full block villager workstations on kind of the top part of this block. Now to quickly explain how this will work, we will have 2 adult villagers inside there and they will be constantly breeding. So whenever the babies, bred, they will either be pushed out or walk out on top of this trapdoor. Thinking it's a full block, they will then fall into the water and be pushed into this corner. And then whenever the villager falls into the water, like I said, it will be pushed into the corner. Then we will press this button and the villager will be teleported into a minecart and then be sent out here that we can, transport. Okay guys, so then what you will need to do is get 2 villagers inside this room. Now what I would recommend if you are in survival is simply just build a simple staircase going up with a little, railing system, and then you send the villager in. I'm obviously creative, so I'm just going to spawn 2 villagers. Now it's important to memorize these 2 villagers cannot be the villagers with the green suit or baby villagers. Okay guys, after you've got the villagers in here, they will not, choose the composters as their workstations or whatever workstations you have here until you place out some beds. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay guys, so what you will have to do then is head onto this side of the farm, if that makes sense. Then from the top glass blocks count 3 blocks going down. So 1, 2, 3, then place a block and place 4 more blocks going out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This line should now be 5 blocks long. Then on the left side right here, place 5 more blocks on this side. Then head back onto this side, place a block of 5 block line. Then do this 1 more time. So now we should have a 4 by 5 block platform like this. Then what we will need to do is place the main beds so these 2 villagers can choose a bed and then choose a workstation. So to do that, place firstly a bed on this side, the left side of this platform. One of the villagers should have chosen the bed and then choose a composter, as you see. And obviously when you have 1 bed, the other villager will choose a composter 2 or a workstation. But then place another bed and let's just wait. Boom, the particles came, which means that the villager chose the workstation and the bed. Okay guys, after you've done this, you will now need to place 8 more beds. So simply just stand where I'm standing and place 4 beds just like this. Oh, right here. Then 4 more on top of here, so in total you should now have 10 beds. Okay guys, so what we will have to do now is make a feeding system for the villagers just so we can dispose food into them. So what you will have to do is place a few temporary blocks on top of one of the composters just like this, and I would recommend you place a block right here so you can place the dispenser going down easier. But then basically just place a dispenser with a little eye looking towards the villager. Then you can destroy these blocks and then place a lever on top of this the dispenser. You can also destroy this block, and then all you will need to do is place some ladders right here. You don't need these ladders, but because you will have to head up here and spam this to feed the villagers, I would recommend having a ladder here, just make it easier. And there you go guys, the farm is pretty much done. So all you will need to do now is open this dispenser and fill it up with carrots, potatoes, potatoes, bread, or any type of, you know, stuff that villagers can use to breed. I also quickly want to mention that because of these corner sides, zombies can, you know, hit the villagers if they are inside there. So what I would recommend you do is just place some blocks either right here or just cover up these corners, at least the 2 bottom corner blocks, just to prevent mobs from coming in here. You can also just build a little fence or a wall around this farm just to protect the villagers. So yeah, I would recommend you just kind of block in all the corners, placing some blocks or glass blocks in the corners just to prevent the zombies from, you know, getting to the villagers, but that is fully up to you. Also, sometimes the villagers will only be able to breed if there is enough bed space for the babies. So since there is only 8 beds here, the villagers might sometimes only be able to breed 8 times, but to fix that you could simply place more beds down here, in the same kind of way. Just fill in this with beds and you can make this platform pretty much as, you know, even thicker out here. You can do the same on the top side and longer out. It really doesn't matter, just, you know, have enough beds. But now I'm quickly going to show you how this works. So you will have to flick this quite a few times to feed the villagers. You could also make an automatic redstone clock right here, or simply just have 2 observers just like this. Place 2 observers. Now the little eye should be flicking just like this, and yeah, stuff from this dispenser will be dispensed out. This is a lot easier, but you will basically just have to dispense a little bit of, you know, resources. So just wait for some of these to be dispensed out and for hearts to start coming, and the villager will start breathing. Okay guys, so as you see, the hearts have just kind of started going above the villagers. So if we wait right now, the villagers will soon start to breed and the baby will come out. Okay guys, there you see a baby just spawned and it shows one of the beds, which is all good. So now the baby should soon, you know, run out of the platform just on itself. And yeah, also I quickly want to show you an example of how this works. So whenever you want to get out the villagers, simply just wait for the villager to be in the corner and then just press this button and the villager will come out in a minecart. Obviously you will need to fill this up with minecarts, but that is pretty much it. So just press this button, villager will come out in a minecart. Anyways guys, that was the farm and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about how this works, feel free to comment them and I'll answer them right away. Anyways, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.